Just Being Me podcast. Your girls, Margot and Mary. Hey y'all, welcome to Just Being Me podcast with your host Mary Mack and me, comedian Margot Evans. Our thought of the day is live in wonder. Live in wonder. Yeah. You know what? We are living in wonder. We wondering why all the shit went down on Sunday. That's a good one. We are living in wonder. Miss Mary is back.
Oh yes, I'm back.
Yay.
Yes, I'm glad to be back. Although I love my family very much. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 weeks. Was good. Enough. 2 weeks was good. It's time to come home.
Yes, we missed you. We missed you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. Mm-hmm. Good to be missed.
Yes. And it's not only because I wasn't able to like drink water while I was I had to talk like straight through, and I couldn't stop talking because you weren't here, and I couldn't drink water. I was like, see, if Mary was here, I would be able to drink water when she talked. No. Missed you much.
Oh yeah, I'm glad to be back.
Let's see. Well, you know what? You had 2 weekends to go through. So let's jump into the what you do this weekend. What did you do these weekends?
Wow. My weekends were filled with my grandsons and their t-ball commitments. And my daughter happens to be the team mom. Mm-hmm. So she had to sit down and explain to me how everything was to go. So I was in charge of the buckets. There are these big buckets, and it has a baseball on it, a big baseball. And she had these things ordered, and it has the kid's name on them. Oh. Then you put them on the buckets. So every kid has a bucket. So what they do is they put their helmet in there, mm-hmm. and they put their gloves. Okay? Mm-hmm. And then, like, they have their own bats. They swing with their own bats. Mm-hmm. And so I had to make sure that all the kids their buckets were there. And then they were in the rows of the lineup to go to bat.
Oh, how cute.
Okay. And then they have, I don't know what you call them, they're these little flags, like these triangles, long triangles. And then it has the team, they're the Braves. I think they were the Braves. And then they have their name, and then they have a number. So you have to put this up with all these flags, with all these kids' names and their number. You have to put that in the dugout, on the outside of the dugout.
Okay. That's like the decorations or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had to do that. And of course, my grandsons, they want to know if they could go and play on the playground first. Oh. So I have to leave a little early to get them to the playground so I can give them at least 20 minutes on the playground. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then we have to go to the batting cages.
Okay.
And then from the batting cages, we go to the field. And we're always in field 1. Mm-hmm. Well, then I have to go in the dugout and put all the stuff there, like that. And then, but before I leave, I have to make a goodie bag for my youngest grandson, because after the games, everybody is assigned snacks, every parent. So they bring snacks, and they're in these little bags. But my youngest grandson, he doesn't get one because he's not on the team.
Okay.
So when they're passing out the snack bags, he doesn't get one. He cries.
Oh.
Where's my bag? I didn't get a bag. Some of the parents remember him and said, we got one for you. So they always give him one. So I have to make a snack bag for him so that when we get in the car, I can always say, I got a bag for you. I got a bag in the car for you. Then he's happy.
Okay.
Because then he has a bag. So I have to make sure I have a bag for him.
Cool.
Oh, Lord. So I have to watch him, and then I have to watch the game as well.
Okay.
And those are pretty much my weekends. But then we had a storm one weekend. The game was canceled, but they moved it to the next day. We had a few practices during the week. One weekend, we ended up going to South Carolina.
Okay.
Which was nice. We had to visit, some relatives down there. It was really nice. I really wanted to see South Carolina. And we did that. We had a great time. Got back home. Did some shopping. Went down to the art district down there in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. That was nice. I always like to go down there to get my crystals and everything. There's this place called Crystal Blue I told you about.
Oh, right.
I went down there and bought a couple of pieces. Real nice. And then we was going to another store, but she was closed. She said she's going to open at 12, but you know how we do. We don't show up on that.
Right. CPT.
Yeah. So she wasn't, we got there at, I think we, was 12:15, 12:20. We got there 11:45. She wasn't there. So we said, okay, we'll come back. So her and I went to have lunch at a place called Vortex. It's supposed to be the best burgers in Atlanta. Mm. So we went there, and I'm telling you, they were not kidding. Because, I don't do burgers.
Yeah.
But I had a burger, and that shit tastes like I cooked it at home.
Ooh, homemade.
And those vegetables were fresh, you understand? And those french fries were perfect. It was really, really nice. So that was some things that, I was doing on the weekends while I was there. And then I went to visit some other relatives on her father's side. Okay. Not necessarily, because my side was South Carolina. So her father's side was, he had some people in Georgia. So I went to, meet those people.
Okay.
Talk to those people. That was fun. And they were barbecuing on that day. Never got back over there. They said, come on back, No, I never got back over there. It's so busy.
Yeah.
Because, you just can't, if you come by, you stop, we got so many other things to do. It's
right.
Just like, I just can't.
Right.
So it was full. It was a lot. It was a lot. But I was really most proud. I can see my grandkids growing. Because as I was telling you, it was they're at the point now where they can sit in a restaurant and, act like little boys. They're not babies anymore, and they handle themselves very well in the restaurant. I was so proud, because I was thinking, okay, I'm going to have to help my daughter, and she's not going to be able to enjoy herself, and, so we're going to have to kind of tag team the kids, but it was none of that.
Right. That's amazing.
It was a beautiful thing. The weather, we had one thunderstorm. It was shaking. It was loud. The booms was loud. It was kind of scary.
Yeah.
Then that was like a day and a half, and then the weather was like in the 50s. Mm-hmm. And then it got to the 60s, close to the 70s, low 70s before I left. But when we got to South Carolina, it was like high 70s, really nice. No sweater, no jacket needed.
Oh, okay.
But one day I was out at the field, and I felt like we was in a tornado.
No.
Because the wind was so bad that the red dirt, from the diamond, the baseball diamond, was flying up all over us. It was horrible. I mean, I went to concession stand. They got the best concession screens too. And my whole fries just blew them off.
Oh, are you serious?
Picture. I was like, and those winds weren't a joke. It was crazy.
Wow.
And I was so glad when that day was over. I was like, oh my God. But other than that, it was really nice. I had a great time with my grandkids. My daughter and husband went to Cancun. So they brought me back some liquor.
Okay.
And some trinkets and stuff. You know how I am about that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So they had a really good time. I'm glad they had a good time. And I had a great time with my grandsons. And it's so funny because when I get there, it's like, when are you coming back?
Okay. Like, can I leave first? Can you really, really miss me?
Yeah. So
that's so awesome.
My cousin is turning 60 a day before my grandson turns 4.
Oh, okay.
So, and their birthdays are in August.
Okay.
So they said, you got to come back because we're going to do it in Georgia.
Okay.
So the relatives from South Carolina is coming to Georgia.
Oh, okay.
To my daughter's house.
Oh.
So we're going to get Carly there from Texas, and we're just going to have a whole birthday weekend for my cousin who's 60 and for my grandson who turns 4.
That'll be awesome.
So we're going to do that. And it was so funny last night, or the night before last, my son-in-law said, hey, you coming back in April?
Next month, April? Like tomorrow?
I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, for what? What's going on in April? He said the baseball banquet. We're hosting the baseball banquet. We're going to have it here. We're going to do it up real big. I'm like, you know what? I got some things going on in April. I don't think I can make that. My daughter's like, no, she doesn't need to come. We're okay. He's like, no, she can come and just help with the food. My daughter says, no, we don't need her to come. She's fine. She's not coming back in April. Laugh at them. But I couldn't. There's no way I could come back in April because, I got some things going on in April.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely will be back in August, and I definitely will be there for Christmas.
Okay, yeah. You didn't go last year for Christmas.
I didn't go last Christmas.
Okay.
But I'm going this Christmas because my grandson is going to be 6. And his birthday is actually on the 27th of December.
Oh, he's a little present.
So if I'm going in August for that one birthday.
Oh, you got to go.
The other one, what about my birthday?
Right. What about me?
So I'm going to get there for that Christmas and the birthday. And my oldest grandson lost his first tooth.
I seen it on the picture.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he lost his tooth. He's so cute.
So I'm so glad that's over with because he was talking about it was wiggling and everything and it was loose. And so he brought that tooth home. It was so funny. And he got some money for his tooth. He put it on his pillow. But yeah, I had 2 full weekends and they were very nice. And I was tired, and this morning, I'm going to tell you how tired I was. I was still on their time.
Oh!
And I'm telling you, I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I'm just like, I could not go back to sleep, Margot. The hell?
It's like,
I was so
I
mad.
want to sleep.
Margot, I'm telling you, I walk my dog. You know I walk my dog 6 months. I walked my dog at 5:15 this morning. Margot, I couldn't get back to sleep. I could not.
Your body was up. Yeah, your body was up. It was just 2 weeks.
I came back in here, turned the news on, girl got me a cup of coffee. And then I'm just like, okay, I couldn't stand the news any longer. I turned it down. I just said, okay, let me meditate for a minute, did my little meditation, turned the news back on, and I just started reading. I just started reading. And then my daughter called and said, okay, so you going in half a day? I said, you know what? I've been up. So I'm fully awake right now. I'm not jet lagged or anything. I'm going to go in and take off the last half of the day.
Right.
I'm going to get more and take off the last half because I got to get my hair done.
Right.
She's like, okay, so I talked to her for a minute and I got up and I'm like, man, let me get out of here. And I think I got to work about a little after 9.
Oh, you did good. Yeah, heck yeah.
I did real good, So I'm just like, okay, cool, But I was glad that when I got home, I did not have a lot to do because I did all my laundry there. First of all, I want to tell you that they lost my luggage. I told you that getting there. Got the luggage back the next day. So on the way going home, I had to go out and buy a larger suitcase because I had more stuff to put in that suitcase.
Of course.
So we did some shopping. So I did that and bought a larger suitcase, put all my stuff in there, did all my laundry and stuff, brought all my stuff on. So when I came home, all I had to do was just unpack. I wanted my dog. My sister picks me up from the airport and didn't have my dog. I'm like, where's my dog? She's like, well, your dog's at home. I'll bring him by about 5:30. That's my dog.
I was going to see my dog when I got in the car.
So I'm like, okay, fine. So I got all my stuff. Unpacked all my stuff or whatever. I'm so glad my house was clean. The refrigerator was cleaned out. You know how you do that before you go on vacation. So it was like, let me jump in the shower real quick. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I gotta go. So what I did was, while we were out there, we went to the mall and I went to this store called Zara's, right? And I bought this beautiful blouse. I love this blouse. And so I got an extra large because it was like, nice blouse. I'm like, oh, this is comfortable, extra large. It was too big. I put it on, it was too big.
Okay.
So when I went to South Carolina, my cousin said, give me that blouse. And I said, man, you the same size. You can't fit this blouse. So I said, I'm going to give this to my sister. And so she was like, oh, okay. So yesterday I said, let me go get her that blouse. So I got in my car, I went to Cerritos and I went to Zara's and I didn't see it. So I talked to this woman about this blouse. And so I'm describing her the blouse. She said, well, wait a minute, I got a picture of me in the blouse. So I showed her the blouse on my cell phone. I said, this is a blouse. She said, oh, yeah, I know that blouse. She said, wait a minute. So she went and got this other guy. She said, show him the picture. So I showed him the picture, and he said, okay, let me go look in the back. What do you want? I said, I need 2 larges because I need one for me and I need one for my cousin. He said, okay. So he went, girl, didn't they have them blouses?
In the back.
So I purchased me and my cousin one of those blouses.
Oh, cool.
And I sent it to her today. And I texted her this morning because she wanted to make sure I made it home. So I texted her this morning and told her she got a package on the way. So today I went and mailed that to her. And then the other one, my sister brought the dog to me. I put in there, like, the souvenir for my brother. And then I put the blouse in there and said, here is the blouse.
Oh, cool.
I want you to have. She said, okay, let me go get the blouse so you can see it.
Okay. She's going to get the blouse, y'all, so y'all can, y'all can't see it, but I can see it. We'll describe it. It must be a beautiful blouse, because now all 3 of y'all got the same blouse. They're going to be triplets. Y'all going to be triplets.
So when I got the blouse, Margot, it was like my style. I didn't think, and nobody has to like this. I like it. It's comfortable for me. I'm good.
Yeah.
So when I went and got the blouse, and my cousin said, oh my God, give me that blouse. And then when I went and bought the blouse, right? And so when I was standing there, the girl was like, that's a pretty blouse. I'm like, oh, thank you. Right? Go in the line, right? Then when I went up to pay for it, Zara's lines are always long. So when I got up to the register to pay for it, the lady said, oh my God, these blouses are nice. I said, you like it? She said, yeah, you can dress that up or dress that down. She said, you can put on some shorts, some white shorts. She said, oh, I can see some khakis in that. I said, I can see some jeans in that. She said, yeah. I'm like, wow, I didn't know the blouse was that pretty.
Oh, it is. Oh, I love all of those colors. Very pretty. Yes. Very spring-like. It's green and red and blue and orange and peach. That's very pretty. The design is very pretty. Yes, that is very. It's very springy.
Right. It's very feminine.
Got ruffles on the around the collar, V-neck. That's cute. Yeah. It's like patchwork. Because it's different kinds of designs with flowers.
Right.
Very pretty. I like it.
It's kind of sheer. A little sheer.
Yeah. You can wear that with, like you said, with jeans. You can wear it with some shorts. You can dress it up, dress it down.
Right.
That's nice.
So, my sister has one. I have one. And now my cousin in South Carolina will be getting hers on, I think they said Monday.
Okay.
I think they said Monday.
Cool.
So, yeah. That's the blouse. Zara, You got my business, baby.
Okay.
Y'all have my business. Y'all have my business.
Okay.
So that was basically it for my weekend and coming home and everything. And I had a great vacation, a very nice vacation.
That's good. You deserve it. You got to get away.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was so tired of people knocking on my door at office. Hi, welcome back. I'm so glad you're back. Oh my God, welcome back. I'm like, if you guys keep knocking on this door,
I gotta look at all these damn emails. Like, can I get through my emails?
Can I just have some time, please?
Can you talk to me tomorrow? Look, on Monday. Thank you. Talk to me on Monday. I'll be so happy for you to say that you're glad that I'm back on Monday. Try to catch up on some stuff. Leave me alone.
That's all I'm trying to do. My car looked like shit. I gotta get that washed. But other than that, yeah, everything was great. Everything was great. I'm really glad I had that vacation. I did some cooking, and my son-in-law barbecued.
He looked really good.
Chicken wings.
Oh, he did chicken wings.
Ribs. And I made my daughter a birthday cake. Me and the boys made birthday cake. And all that kind of stuff. We sang happy birthday.
Cool.
And I did make a soup for him. He loved my soup. And just did some cooking, girl. I made some pork chops that was out of this world.
Ooh, every time you talk about pork chops, tomorrow I'm eating pork chops.
Margot, I'm telling you, I can cook some pork chops. I can't do nothing else. I can fry some damn pork chops. Girl, that pork chop was so good. Oh my God. The next day I got up and had breakfast. It was just like, it was the best pork chop. I was just like, oh my God.
That sounds so good.
But yeah, I did a lot of cooking while I was there. I did a lot of cooking, so that was good. I made the macaroni and cheese with the shrimp in it. I did that.
Yum. Ooh,
I did that. My son-in-law loved that. I like to cook because he eats it.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm at home, I cook by myself. I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I mean?
You eat a little bit and that's it. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But see, when I go to their house, I can really cook and I can see them enjoying my food.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and I enjoy cooking because he loves it.
Yeah.
He loves me like that.
That's why he was trying to get you back next month. You come back next month.
But yeah, he's I love him to death. He's the best. I swear to God, he's the best.
He looks really good. I see him and your daughter on their picture when they were in Cancun. And I'm like, he lost even more weight.
Yeah.
He looks really
good at that.
Yeah.
Girl, he has the whole workout gym downstairs.
Wow.
It's like, wow. And they take that shit seriously. I'm like, I'll be bored in 3 or 4 days.
All right. Be like, okay, where we eating?
They keep going. Even Christian. I think she lost like 8 pounds.
She looked good. She had on a bikini and she looked really good.
What she said. She said, I'm getting bikini ready, Mama. I'm like, girl, please. You bikini ready? How much? What you gotta do?
Right. She looked good too. They look really good. I was like, oh, they look so nice together. And I see the picture of them in Cancun with her bikini and he had on his swimwear with this. I was like, wow, look at him. He done slimmed way down. Look at you. Okay. Go ahead, y'all.
They had a really good time. They had a very good hotel. Where did they stay? I can tell you exactly where they stayed. Oh, that makes me so mad that I forgot. It wasn't the Four Seasons. It was something else. What was the other big one? I forgot. She's going to kill me.
Hilton? Not Hilton.
No.
No.
That other big one.
Marriott?
Oh, I can tell you right now. This is where they stayed.
The Ritz.
They stayed at the Ritz, baby.
Okay, though. When you said big one, you meant big one. Ritz-Carlton. Yes. Yes, y'all. Do it right. Stayed at the Ritz-Carlton, babe. Right. Yes.
For real?
Right.
For real? But see, they work on their vacations the whole year.
Good. That's the best way to do it.
I'm not going to say the whole year. I'm going to say maybe 9 months.
Yeah.
And they start planning it and they start, doing all this stuff and, putting everything together and getting deals and doing this or whatever and stuff like that. And my daughter was telling me, she said, I told him, well, you just set the bar. So,
right.
I mean, when we go on these vacations and stuff like that, I'm expecting this now.
Yeah.
How can I go for anything less?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it must be nice.
Yep. She's like, okay, what's next year? What are we doing? We're going
down to Ritz Carlton.
Okay.
These young kids, they're something else.
Oh, yeah. That's
but I'm
great.
happy for them.
Yes.
I'm happy for them.
Live your life. They live in their life. They have them beautiful kids. He takes
Margot.
care of home, so they should experience everything they could. They young. They should definitely experience it. And that's good.
Yeah, they had a really good time.
And they got the best yaya and the best mom, like she said, that could come out and take care of their babies and know that they don't have to worry about, what is my baby's okay? No, they go and they have a good time because they know
they have a good time.
Their babies are in good hands. Time. Yeah.
Yeah. My son-in-law, I'm just going to tell his business. Elias, I'm sorry. But, what happened was he got beat on some Cuban cigars.
Oh, what? They weren't real?
They weren't real.
He
does the research.
Yeah.
So he knows when they're real and they're counterfeit. Mm-hmm. And then after he bought them.
Right. Gotcha.
They weren't.
Yeah. Something's going to happen to them.
He's okay. He's okay.
I said, something's going to happen to them, the ones that sold him the bad cigars, okay?
Yeah.
Your lips going to get burnt off.
That's almost like $200 later.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
But you just got to be careful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And then you have to be really careful because you can't bring those cigars over here.
Oh, so he had brought them so he could smoke them there while he was there.
No, smoke them here. Put them in his luggage.
Oh, okay. You got to know what you're doing.
You got to know what you're doing because if they search your luggage and they're there, they confiscate. Right.
Ugh. Sucks.
So they got some good liquor. They brought me some, so I was happy.
Okay.
I was really happy and everything. So they had a good time. I had a good time. So that's my vacation.
That's your 2 weekends in a row that we missed you.
Yeah. What about you, kiddo? You had like 1 on 2, and I missed the engagement party.
Yes. Oh, we missed you at the engagement party. It was this past Saturday. It was so fun. My guy's cousin came from Shreveport, Louisiana on Thursday. Yes. So she kicked off her coming kicked off the whole weekend. It's like, okay, here we go. So he got off from the kitchen and I was off from work. She was here. We had breakfast. First thing from picking her up from the airport, drove her all around. We then went to Beverly Hills. We went to Hollywood. We then went because this was her first real time being here in California,
hitting all the spots.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my guy is going to make sure that you have the best time ever.
Oh yeah. Heck yes. You got a good one.
Yes, you got the perfect one.
Yeah.
And she was like, you know what? If I wasn't here, would we be in Beverly Hills? I said, no. She was like, we could go home. We could go home so we could. I said, no. He is not going to go home. He is going to make sure you have a good old time.
And you see some stuff.
Yeah. And she did. Mm-hmm. She's seen everything that, he could show her.
Right, exactly.
And we had a good time. And then Saturday came. We went to our engagement party. It was in Pasadena at Pinocchio Pizza. Showed up. His friend had gifted us with a Sprinter. So we had a party bus that drove us down there. And then brought us back or whatever. So that was really good. We didn't have to drive. Got there. My sister decorated it so beautifully. I wasn't even worried about that. Okay, wait. Let me back up because I forgot to even tell you this. So my party was scheduled to start at 5:00. There was a party before our party that was supposed to end at 4:00.
Gotcha.
So when I talked to the person on Friday, she said, well, there is actually a party that's before yours, but their party is over at 4:00. And then give us 30 minutes to rearrange the room and get it ready for your party. And then 4:30, you could come in and do your decorations and stuff.
Hey.
Cool beans. So I told my sister, you can get there at 4:30 to do the decoration. She's like, 4:30? She said, well, it's fine because I don't have that much stuff that I need to do. She just put the charger, but put the chargers underneath all the place settings. It was set for 70 people. So she had 70 chargers. She had the little flower things and little things that she just need to put in place. So she gets there at 4:30, and then she calls me at about probably about 5:15ish. She calls me at 5:15ish, and she's like, "Sister, we're not even in the room yet. There's another party that was there, and they're not getting up, and they're not leaving, and they're not telling them that they need to go." And they're asking us. She's talking to the guy because she knows the guy that I was talking to, and she's asking them, okay, well, how much longer? Because our party was supposed to start at 5:00, and they're still in there, and look like they're not moving. He had the nerve to ask her, well, what do you need to put down? It don't matter what we need to put down. We need to get in there to get a party. Yeah, it don't matter. He said it was a bridal shower. He said, well, she was able to put all her beautiful stuff up. So now I want to come and put my stuff up for my sister's situation. So they need to go. So my other sister, Denisha, she was in there. She went inside of the party, started bringing the stuff in. Like, fuck this. We going in. Y'all need to go. And as they coming in, my sister's talking about, they sitting there talking about, oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's nice.
Well, they ain't getting out.
They ain't getting out. They ain't moving. Well, I'm like, my sister said, pretty and nice. You need to go. Like, you need to get all of the rest of your stuff and go. Because we need to get our stuff together.
They just sitting there talking.
Just talking. If you wanted a longer time, you should have told them you needed until 6:00. And the people they really should have said, no, our party, why don't y'all start at 6? We got a party that's ending at 4. By the time we clean that room out, it's probably be about 5. And you can come in around 5:30 or 5. Do what you have to do and have your guests come at 6. That would have been fine.
So they know people hang out sometimes.
Yeah, that would have been fine. You're going to put something way back to back like that. Because we had the rest of the night. Like, we had from 5 to 12. Which we didn't even need all that time. So, that's fine. Even though my invitation said 5:00 all the way up until the date, I could have called everybody. I could have got in touch with everybody and said, look, the shit gonna start at 6. Okay? You know, they're doing something else. It started at 6.
They won't be there at 6 no way.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
So she got in there. They did what they did. By the time we got there, everything was situated. Cardi Cakes did all of our desserts. We had banana pudding shooters. We had cupcakes, mini sweet potato pies. My sister had this little arrangement of the little popcorns, and it said he popped the question, and it's like the little mini bags of popcorn right there.
Okay.
Very pretty. I mean, our colors were yellow and blue. That's what our colors are, yellow and blue. The yellow is for me.
I see your nails.
And they yellow and blue.
Yeah.
The yellow is for me because I love sunflowers, and blue is his favorite color. So that's where we got our colors from. And so once we got in there, did what we had to do. This was the second thing that I had to be like, okay. So we had appetizers that were mozzarella sticks. There were about 9 people at each table. Do you know they only had 9 mozzarella sticks on the plate that they had set out on the table? Now we done already started late. People hungry. And then y'all gonna put so everybody got 1 mozzarella stick? 1 mozzarella stick? So people was like, oh, can we get some more mozzarella sticks? I was like, yeah. I mean, what happened? I seen them putting them out on the table. It was like, yeah, and we had 1. We had 8 mozzarella stick. I'm like, okay. So me and Jermaine went and talked to the people. Like, look, all the money that we didn't pay in here, and I paid a little extra because I wanted to get an appetizer. There's only 1 mozzarella stick for each person that's in here? That's crazy. Can we get more mozzarella sticks? So the lady was really cool. Because, first of all, y'all got us running late anyway. People came, it's a dinner. So they hungry. They coming in like, okay, they feeding us. So I ain't gonna eat nothing. I didn't eat anything since that morning. So I know they was hungry. So she came and she did. She put some in like the chafing dish. She's like, I can't put them on the tables because the rest of the food is coming out right now. But I'll put it in the chafing dish and they can get their, sticks or whatever. I was like, all right, cool. So we played some games. That was fun. And then while we were waiting for the food, I just did a little a little quick little something to keep people's attention. So I did my whole spiel of how I met my guy. And, just went on into that whole little thing and had them laughing or whatever. And by that time, they was bringing the food out. So I was like, all right, cool. That worked. So they ate. We didn't eat because we took so many pictures. Shout out to Asia, our photographer, who took all of our pictures. She did such a wonderful job with our pictures. So she was like, anybody just tell me. And she took so many pictures. I didn't get a chance to eat. He didn't get a chance to eat. We had fettuccine with chicken and shrimp in it, beef lasagna, garlic bread, Caesar salad, and the mozzarella sticks. And the food was really good. I mean, it was really, really, really good. So by the time I made it to the back, took more pictures making my way to the back. Took pictures in the back. I was like, okay. I had my plate in my hand trying to get me something to eat. Taking pictures with a plate behind my back. I'm like, okay. I'm just trying to get some food. But I know. Everybody would take pictures. So got the food. And then put my plate down. Took some more pictures once I got back to the front. And so I had my friend Benny. You know Benny Mena.
Yeah, I remember Benny. Yeah, the comedian Benny.
He did a really nice set for us. His wife was there. And I was like, okay, now I can sit here and eat my cold food because it's been sitting right here. So I was able to get a couple of pieces in my mouth. Okay. I was like, good, I'm so happy. And then after that, we was out. It was like, we're done. We're finished. Thank you guys all for coming out. We took a really nice group picture. Half of the people was already gone. I have my rant later on about RSVP. I have my rant. I ain't gonna even go into that, but okay.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah. So we ended up leaving, and then my fiance's best friend is a bodyguard for T.I. and T.I. is doing comedy now. So he called us he dropped us off here in a Sprinter. Then he called and said, "Hey, what y'all doing?" We like, "You just dropped us off, nothing." He said, "If you guys want to come down, you can come see T.I. at the Haha." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that'll be cool." So we changed clothes, got out of those clothes, put on some, jeans and stuff, and got down there and watched T.I. And that's my first time seeing T.I. on live. And then I know he said this is his 9th week of doing comedy. So he's really into the comedy. Like, he's really trying to learn the ropes of comedy. He's hitting all of these scenes. He did make a reference to how people are saying that, he didn't pay his dues. Like, some people who may just be in 9 weeks of comedy can't go jump on the stage at the Haha. Can't go jump on the stage at the Laugh Factory. You can't just go there. You cannot. But when you say dues, this dude has really paid his dues, because what are we trying to get to? We trying to get the fame. We trying to get our name out there so people will want to go buy tickets to go see Margot Evans. Well, how can he's already there. Like, what do you want him to do? Like, I don't understand. What do you want? He's paid his dues in other ways to make his name known. So, what do they like? Oh, he needs to go to do open mics. He don't need to do that. He's past that.
So what? He has a little card and he had to check out how many open mics he does. Right. To bring you the card and let you know the card is full.
Okay, you good. Right.
Come on now.
Right.
Come on now.
He said it in his joke. He was like, people saying that I need to pay my dues. Who do I pay him to?
Is there a union?
Right. That's what he said. That's exactly what he said. Is there a union? He said, what I gotta do? He said, because I'm gonna be the leader of the union, and the first thing we gonna get rid of is these corded mics. Who needs all this cord? He had me dying. He is working his way up to being a comic, and all you can do is respect that. You can respect that he is trying to learn the craft and do what he needs to do. So you can only give it up to a person that's trying to do. I had watched nothing wrong with it because I had watched a documentary with it was I can't say it. I don't know the guy's name, but he is the creator of Def Jam, not Russell Simmons, but it's another guy, his partner, and he was doing a interview, and he said, and it was about T.I. Like people was asking him about T.I. And what he was saying is like, it's really unfair for people to say that T.I. cannot be a rap superstar and then turn around and try his hand at comedy. Because Jamie Foxx was a comedian and then he went to acting and singing. Yes. It's a lot. Eddie Murphy. Right. Okay. He was a comedian. He sang some songs.
Okay, let's not do that. But we'll give him the acting.
We'll give him the acting. Don't talk about the song.
Let's not do the singing.
Party all the time. Party all the time.
We'll give him the acting and the comedian.
Okay, scratch the singing. Sorry.
Ooh, that singing part, girl. Oh my God.
But it's like. They're multi-talented. That's what you call a multi-talented person. Right. So if he decides to really go out here, if he has decided, he's decided to come out here and learn the craft of comedy.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Who are you to say you can't do that, or you a rapper, or why are you doing this, or why are you doing? Just do what you do. He said something like. Comedians are like, he coming up here and doing all this and doing all that. And they've been doing comedy for like 17 years or whatever. And now they saying because I'm up here is why you not making it, dude. You wasn't making it before. Don't try to put it on me.
Don't put it on me. I can understand that. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was cool. He was really cool. I enjoyed that little ride that we did. We went to the Ha and then went to the Laugh Factory, and then I was done. And then my dude been going to it with them like for this past week. So that's cool. And then what else? Oh, let me see what else happened. Oh, I did another podcast yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I was a guest as one of the girls ladies that was on one of my shows at the Federal Bar at the Hey Y'all Comedy Show back in the day. She just hit me up on Facebook and she was asking, how you doing and how's it going and everything. And then she said, oh, me and my husband does a podcast. I was like, oh, okay. She said, would you like to be a guest? I was like, oh yeah, okay. So yesterday I was a guest on their podcast. It's called Hollywood Girl and Rave. Like he plays the guitar. The guy, his name is Mike. He plays the guitar, so he's Rave and she's Hollywood Girl. And we had a really good time just chatting it up. It was really good. So I'll let y'all know when that comes out, so you guys can check it out. Other than that, I've just been trying to get a little bit of more rest. Because it just felt like that whole weekend was like 2 weeks in one. Them couple of days, just running around all day, every day, getting up and being gone. But it was good. I was so happy that my guy was able to just be away from the restaurant and him and I being able to be together like all day long, having a good time. So we enjoyed that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we enjoyed that. So then... let's talk about it. Okay, let me put my let me put my music on. Okay, so let's talk about it. So then Sunday came. And Sunday night came. And the Oscars were on. And I kept saying, my days were thrown off. So I thought Saturday was actually Sunday. And Saturday we were in Hollywood. And I was like, oh, the Oscars are tonight. But it was Saturday. And I was like, oh, today's Saturday. That's tomorrow. So when Sunday came, I forgot about watching the Oscars.
Okay.
So I was like, Oh, shoot. I missed the Oscars. So I didn't worry about it no more.
Okay.
My phone started not ringing, but notification. Ding, 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 ding. I'm like, what the fuck? What's happening?
Who died?
Who died? Yeah, what's going on? So I get on my phone, get on Facebook Messenger. My family I have a family Facebook, the little messenger thing, group page. And they going back and forth and talking about he meant to do that. That was fake. That was real. This, that. And I'm just reading the feed and I'm like, what are they fucking talking about? Like, what's going on? What?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll let you start because you were actually watching it.
When you said Sunday came, I was like, oh, okay. Well, my daughter and her husband usually watch all those shows because they love them. I can't stand them. I don't sit there and watch those shows. But this particular night on Sunday, I was like, okay, so I'm reading and I'm watching the show. Her and I were right there in their family room watching it. So, of course, the whole thing just happened right in front of our face. So me and my daughter, I was like, oh my God. My daughter said, what are they doing, Mom? And I'm looking and I'm just like, okay, just wait, hold up. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he said what he said. Will laughed loud. Will's body was moving when he was laughing.
Uh-huh.
Will laughed. His wife rolled her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't laugh at the joke.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of rolled her eyes. And I think what happened was when Will turned around to look at his wife, he saw the look on her face and saw her make the face.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that kind of charged him to go and do something to Chris.
Mm-hmm.
And he walked up to the stage, and he just went directly to him, and he stood there and he just whacked him one. And it happened so fast, and I was like, that was a slap. And my daughter was like, that wasn't real. I said, no, that was real. So then he turned around and kind of got his jacket together, and he walked back to his seat. So Chris was talking, and Will started yelling, keep my wife's MF name out of your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Keep my wife's name out of your MF mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And so he said, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said it again. And when Chris started talking, he was just saying how Will had stopped the SHIT out of him and stuff like that. Jada was laughing.
I seen that.
Uh-huh. And I was just like, I told my daughter, because when Will was talking, they bleeped that out.
Yeah, all the way.
And I told her, that's not a joke. That's not funny. I said, that's real. That's real right there. I said, because we reading Real's lips.
And his face changed.
And I'm just like, oh my God. My daughter was like, no, Mom, I think it's staged. I said, it's not staged, honey. This is real. This is real. So we got through that. So it was time for the award for Will. So while the award time comes, and of course he got it, they went through the nominees or whatever, and he won. So he just happened to win for that movie with Venus and what's her sister's name?
Serena.
Serena, I'm sorry. The tennis stars or whatever, and their dad or whatever. So they go and they have a box up there, where they're sitting, watching the show. And Venus has on a pretty dress, very pretty. And it was very low cut, very booby. I call them boobies, very booby. And anyway, while she was sitting there, I guess her breast had moved. And there was so much nipple there, it wasn't even funny.
What? It was showing?
It was showing.
Oh.
So wait a minute. And I said, is that a nipple? My daughter said, no. Oh, no. I said, no, honey. that's a nipple. And then they showed, and then there was nothing on the screen anymore. They took it off. Wait a minute, the screen. And then they went back again, and the nipple still showed. But listen, she had her hand like this, because I guess somebody told her, cover yourself. But she went like this. They didn't tell her that her boob was showing. They were just saying, cover yourself. But
she thinking like covering herself like this. Yeah.
Right. But that nipple was still there. And so my daughter was like, Mom, that's not a nipple. I said, it is a nipple. So my daughter and him could go back and rewind the TV. Uh-huh. So they rewound, she rewinded it. She said, Mom, it is a nipple. Oh my God. I'm like, yes, it's a nipple.
I'm about to look it up.
It was a nipple.
Okay.
And I'm just like, we can't win tonight. We can't win tonight. We just can't win tonight. So then my daughter's phone, like yours, started going off. All this stuff was happening. You know. And she was just like, oh, Mom, like that. And so somebody had taped the whole thing. And that's when we heard exactly what came out of Will's mouth. Uh-huh. Because before we were only able to read the lips because, you know, they cut the sound out.
Ooh, I see it. There's somebody, look, it was Venus. Actually, it was Venus. And it wasn't Serena.
It was Venus.
Yes, somebody got it on here.
Yeah, it was a real nipple.
It was definitely a nipple. Okay, got it.
Yeah. And so, And I just told my daughter, it's real. She said, no, Mom, I think they staged that and stuff. I said, no, honey, I think it's real. Mm-hmm. I think it's real, you know. And I was just like, that was just unbelievable to me. At first, I'm just going to tell you how I felt about it. Mm-hmm. I felt like, first of all, alopecia's real. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say that. Yeah. Alopecia's real. And, you know, comics, they do comedy. That's their thing. Right. You know, they make fun of people or whatever and stuff like that. But when it first happened, when he first came out of his mouth about it, my heart automatically went to Jada. No joke. Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, oh, that's not even cool because she got alopecia. That's the first thing that came to my mind. When he said that, I'm like, she ain't doing that to be cute. She has alopecia. You know, you shouldn't make that joke. Mm-hmm. Because it's really bothering them. You know, mm-hmm. I knew that was happening with her. And that's what I thought. Mm-hmm. Okay. But when because Will laughed and everything, you know, when he made that joke, I felt like at that time when he said that, I didn't think it was funny. I felt my heart went out to Jada. Mm-hmm. When Will walked to that stage and slapped him, I didn't like it. Mm-mm. I got mad at Will for that. Mm-hmm. And then I got mad at Jada because it makes me so angry. So I don't know what Jada needs in her life right now. I don't know what she needs. And what I mean by that is when Will went up there to slap that young man and he walked back and he sat down and Chris, with some dignity still, you know, he said what he said. He was like, okay, you know, whatever. I just can't believe I just got, you know, slapped or whatever. Jada was laughing. Mm-hmm. And then I had a different feeling. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, you just allowed your husband to walk up to that stage and slap that man. Now, you may not have known that he was going to slap that man. Right. But you let him get up from his seat. You being a wife, there is no way I would allow my husband to walk to that stage.
I would have been like, what?
I would have said,
don't do it.
Where you going?
What's going on?
Where you going? He said, well, I'm going to be talking. No, this is not the time. We'll talk to him later. Yeah. Come on, sit down. Yeah. Sit down. Now, my husband would kept walking. I would have ran up in front of him and put my hands up and said, Will, let's go back and have a seat. Yeah. Yeah. And they would have had to went to commercial. Okay? Because I would have stood in front of my husband. Yeah. Because my husband would have not gotten to that stage and slapped that man.
In front of millions.
Because it don't only affect Will. it affects his family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Jada, you are supposed to look after that man like that man's supposed to look after you. That's what wives do.
Mm-hmm.
And you protect.
Yep.
You protect. Okay? So, I don't know. That's what I'm saying to you. I don't know what Jada needs right now in her life. I don't know what kind of man Will is. Because I know she was crazy about Tupac and she said she would. So I don't know if Jada needs a thug. I don't know what Jada needs. But maybe Jada feel like Will too soft. And maybe she gave Will that look like, what you gonna do? Right. You know what I mean? And then that's when he went up there and slapped old boy. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, Margot, we could roll the tape. Will was laughing his ass off.
He was.
You know, and then after he went up and slapped him and came back, and he was just saying how Will just slapped the shit out of him and blah, 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 blah. Jada over there laughing. So I don't understand what happened there. I'm just like, I don't know what Jada needs in her life. She needs somebody to show her something. She needs a thug. What does she need?
Right.
Because that was not the arena that you should have been in trying to push your husband up to be some knight in shining armor for you.
Right. That wasn't the time.
That, you know what I mean? Wrong audience, boo.
Right.
Wrong audience. You know what I mean? And you're supposed to be taking the family too, Jada.
Right.
You know what I mean? And stop harm from coming to your family and your man.
Right.
You know, that's why I felt she should have went there and been that protector for her husband. Right. Her husband didn't need to go and, you know, don't do this to my wife, you know, and you know, show some honor towards his wife, protecting his wife and everything like that. That was not really necessary. He could have did that in a private space. But I'm really upset at them because I did expect a little bit more from them. I didn't expect Will to do that. And I don't know where Will's coming from either. I don't know if he felt like he had to do that to be a man. I just don't know where that came from. I don't know where that came from. Now, a lot of people are talking about Will's mother and his father. They were in a very abusive marriage, I guess. And his father, he used to watch his father, you know, beat his mom all the time, and he couldn't help. He couldn't help his mom. And then I understand that a big portion of Chris' life, he was bullied. So there was a lot of things going on there. And I just felt like, and you could protect your wife in a whole different way, you know, and being, you know, barbaric the way he was, you know, just going out there like that was not called for. It was not necessary. And I'm just going to be honest, you know, Will was never one of my big actors that I just had to run out and go see. The only movie I've ever seen Will in from start to finish was that Independence Day with Vivica Fox. I ain't never seen nothing else that Will was in. I didn't even see the last one. What was that other one called with his little son was in? I didn't even see that.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see the whole thing.
But I've always been a fan of Jada's. But I can say right now, that couple right there, they need some therapy. Yeah. I'm going to say that right now. They got a lot of issues that they have not worked out. They need some therapy. He needs some therapy, she needs some therapy, and then they need some marriage counseling. Yeah. Because there's something that both of them are needing that they're not addressing. I can just see that whole thing that happened and how it happened, that I'm just like, you guys, you know. And then not only that, being in the industry this long, I'm sure they've been through a lot. They've seen a lot. You know, he's a black man, and, you know, they suffer. We know that. You know what I mean? And, you know, her and her, you know, kids, mother and kids, you know, and stuff like that, and what you want from your kids and what you want your kids to do and things like that. And then she, you know, she got into a band and that didn't work. And then she had this entanglement and, you know, whatever they had, if they had an open relationship, whatever. Right. There's just too many things going on there that they need to sit down and discuss. And figure out, is he the man for her? Is she the woman for him? And should they be together? Right. Because everything is not looking like that right now. For me, because of what he was laughing first, and then he wouldn't hit the man. Then when he came back, and then Chris was talking about how he just got, you know, slapped. And And then he was like, all right, I'm just, I didn't mean it that way or something.
Right.
And she started laughing. I'm like, they sick.
Yeah.
Something's wrong.
Something's wrong.
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
So that's what I seen, and that's just how I feel about it. So you tell me what you feel and what you feel.
So after I went and searched for what my family was talking about, because I didn't know what the hell they was talking about, because they was going back and forth. One cousin is saying, well, my mama suffered from that condition. And I can't believe that, because I didn't know, they said the condition. Didn't say what it was.
Alopecia.
Alopecia. I found out after I did my research. But he was like, and I would slap the fuck out of somebody if they said something about my mama and her condition and this and whatever. I'm like, okay, so I got something happened at the Oscars. Chris Rock said something about Jada Pinkett's condition. So let me find it. Let me see what happened. So I go online, and of course, the first thing that popped up and everywhere. So when he said Jada, G.I. Jane 2.
We're waiting for it to sound like that.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, what? Was that the joke? Did I miss something? It didn't land. Whatever it was, I'm just like, okay, is that all he said? So I went on to my page. I said, well, he made a joke about G.I. Jane 2. Well, Jada Pinkett has alopecia. I said, okay. Okay. I know you said your mama, my auntie has alopecia. You probably have it. So you're very sensitive to the subject. So let's just back up a little bit. Because the way that you made it sound was that he said, Jada Pinkett with your alopecia ass head, you can be G.I. Jane 2. We'll wait on it. That's how you making it sound. But that's not what he said. He didn't say that. He didn't say that. He said, G.I. Jane 2, we wait for it, whatever. Yeah. Because of her bald head.
Right.
It's not like I've never seen Jada with a bald head before. Jada has cut her hair before.
Oh, yeah.
Short.
Yeah.
So,
and a lot of women cut their hair that don't have alopecia. They
right.
Short.
This as a style. And she has cut her hair as a style. She's cut it short. She made it blonde. She did all this stuff to it prior to this alopecia stuff.
Right.
I had no clue. I don't watch Red Table Talk. I don't watch nothing but I have Jada on my Instagram, but I really don't follow her like that to know that she had alopecia. I don't know. I didn't know. So when that happened, I'm like, okay. So as a comic, I'm like, okay, I get the reference. I get what he's saying. He's saying G.I. Jane 2 because her hair is short, and if you put, because they have all the memes now, you put G.I. Jane and her next to each other, they both have the bald head. Plus, she had a green dress on. She was wearing green.
And that was Demi Moore.
Demi Moore. Yes, it was.
She cut her hair, remember?
Yes. Right? Yes. And she had a green dress on. So
she did.
I could see, as from a comic's view of the audience, and they said this joke was not a rehearsed joke. It was something that he came off the cuff with, and there was, some people said for no reason he just, attacked her. Okay.
Now let me ask you this. In situations like that, this is what I wasn't clear of. Okay, so when they have comics come out like that, during the Oscars and the Grammys or whatever, do they have cue cards to tell them what to say, or do the comics come out with their own jokes?
Both. So they have their written jokes, so that they know everything, but then it may be a filler. That right there that he did was a filler. He probably was reading his jokes that he did, that they rehearsed and what it was. And then a comic is, I'm looking, I see Jada, I see her head, and she got on that green. I'm going to pop this one. This going to kill him. It didn't kill him. It didn't kill him. People was like, oh, He's like, what? It was a G.I. Jane joke. That's all he said. I don't know because people are like, he knew she had alopecia. How do you know that? I'm waiting to hear from Chris. I'm waiting to hear from Will. But I honestly do not think that if Chris knew she was suffering from alopecia, that he would have made that joke. I don't see him as a controversial comic. Now, I know he said something at the other Oscars.
Okay, yes. Now, let me tell you what he said.
He said,
Jada was going to picket the Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
And because of, the black people and everything. And so he had said back then that he don't know why she picking, because she wasn't invited nowhere.
Right.
She wasn't winning no award or whatever. She wasn't invited. So why is she going to go against the Oscars like that? That's what he said about Jada,
mm-hmm.
A few years ago.
Yeah. So why are you coming? Like, you wasn't even invited. So what you picketing for? Okay. Right. That's the joke he wanted to make. Whatever. He is a comedian. Right. So I didn't get the whole thing. And even, okay, so I say, I don't think he knew. I don't think he knew nothing about the alopecia. And everybody like, he knew. Everybody knew. I didn't know. And so everybody didn't know. And a lot of people did not know. They did not know. So I feel in my heart that he would have not made, if he knew she had an illness. I don't see Chris Rock being that cold-hearted. Even if him and Will and Jada, because they were saying, well, they're not on good terms. I just don't see him being that cold-hearted to say something about her knowing that she's suffering from this disease. Cut to they were putting, little memes and stuff up where I seen where she was talking about her alopecia and her hair was coming out. I mean, she said, I don't care. I'm going to rock my bald head. I don't care what nobody say. Okay. So what are we talking about? What's happening? What's going on? If you don't care what nobody say, why are we all up in arms? She said it from her own mouth. He came from the side of G.I. Jane, bald head, green dress. This is my own perception. Mm-hmm. Off the fly. Bam. He didn't think about it. The joke did not go over because people knew she had alopecia. And he did lie. He did laugh. He laughed. And then you heard groans, which is what made him call it. He was like, come on. It's a G.I. Jane joke. That's all he said. He was like, because he heard the groans. Like, what? It's a G.I. Jane joke. And then he started to go on, and then he said, whoop, that's when he started. That's when Will started walking up to stage. And he was like, okay. He had his hands behind his back. He had no clue of what was about to happen to him. He did not think that Will was about to smack him up the face. He really did not. He was not expecting that. Was not expecting that. And then he, did the smack, and he held his composure. You can see him kind of like, because somebody smack you in your face, my reaction is to pop you right back. And you see him come up a little bit, and he held himself, and he was like, whoa, okay.
And I was so glad he did.
Yes. Because then that would have been just a whole nother situation with them tussling on the ground and everything. And so I seen today, then he walked back. He went back in his seat, and that's when he started yelling all of that. And when they panned to him while he was going off, because as he was walking back, he was like, his face was like a little smirkish, like, and I'm like, is it, that's what made me not think it was real or not. Like, I was like, is he laughing or is he smiling or what? So he sat back down, and when they panned back to that man, and he was like, keep my wife's name out of your mouth, whatever.
MF mouth.
MF mouth. His face was a total different. That was mad. He was pissed. He was really. So I was like, oh my God, no, this is real. When I see his face and him yelling that out at the Oscars, I was like, oh no, this is not set up. This is not set up. This is real. He is so serious. And I felt bad for Chris. He was like, I'm okay, I won't, just let me get through this, whatever. I really wish Will, people are like, yeah, you would have said that, I would have did the same thing. That's not the place. Just like you said, that is not the place. That is not the time. Even if he had to, after after Chris finished doing whatever he was doing, and he needed to walk right behind him to walk off stage to have a conversation, then you can do that. You need to apologize to my wife, because I don't know if you know, but my wife has alopecia and she is dealing with some things right now. And you make this little dumbass joke about G.I. Jane and her hair. We don't appreciate that shit. Apologize to my wife. And that would have been done. And he would have either said, oh shit, I didn't even know. Oh my God, my bad. Jada, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I was just green dress, bald head. I thought G.I. Jane. That's it. That's all as far as I know.
Please accept my apology.
Sorry. And that would have been done and over with. So for you to get up, exactly what you said, it's some other things going on in that relationship. It's some other things happening to where he laughed and then he looked at her and then she had a face and then made him go boom. Made him see red. I gotta handle it. I gotta go right now. Like I gotta go pop him because he's messing with my girl. But I seen The View because I didn't see it, and I'm glad that you said that you seen her laugh as he was coming back, because I was about to say I didn't want to believe what I seen. So somebody else had shown me a view of, like, somebody had their camera, their phone camera, from heading this way up to the stage. You can see Jada seat there. You seen him go smack him, and then as he's walking back. And he sits down, and then that's when Chris Rock is saying, "Oh my God, I just got hit right." Yeah. And Jada was like laughing, and then that's when her husband said, "Keep the name out the mouth." And because she was laughing, she looked at him. He was like, "Yeah, I don't know." She went like this. So I think two things. I think the first thing I think is, when I see her laughing and then he did that, I think that she thought originally that was staged. That she didn't know. I don't know what the facial expression was the one thing. But I think she didn't take it. I think she was like, whatever, Chris. Without even thinking that he saw that. And when he saw that, it triggered something in him. Like, I don't think that she went, go get him, boy. You know, I don't think... No.
I don't think that happened.
Yeah, I don't think she did that. But when he said that, she did that, whatever.
Yeah, she rolled them eyes.
He caught it. As he was laughing, he caught that. And it put him in a trance to like, fuck that. I'm about to go and fuck this motherfucker up for talking about my wife. Yes. And Jada sitting there, that's all she did was whatever. It didn't in and out. It went in and out of her right there, but he caught that. So when she's sitting there in out, he gets up and goes. She don't know that he about to go. She probably thought this is part of the show. You know, this is something I didn't even know. It's a surprise. When he went over there and hit him and walked back and still, because I still was like, wait a minute, because he still had that little smirk on his face. I was like, okay, that was fake. Like, that really didn't happen. So he's walking back and she's looking or whatever and he's making the comment and then she laughs, ha ha ha. And then he sits down and she looks at him and that's when he goes, keep the name out. And she went. And she never turned back and looked at him. She kept looking at the stage. That is one of my premises, that she didn't know. So I'm waiting to hear from all parties. I'm hoping that that's the case. Because if it's not the case, I'm with you you should have stopped your husband at all costs. I don't care if they would have had to go to commercial break. There's no way if you felt like your man was going up there to do anything while we are rolling. We're on live. Like, I would have stood in front of my husband and said, no, we will talk to him later on. Don't do this here.
I mean, and not only that, don't you think that if it was staged and something was happening and they had a little thing going on, Will's wife would have knew about it?
Right. But I think she couldn't probably thought that she didn't know. Oh, I didn't even know. Oh, that he called me a G.I. Jane. Oh my God. How you know about this? Like, it didn't, like, it could be a surprise to her. Because the way that she looked at him, and then when he got to screaming, she turned like, the fuck? I only seen the back of her head. I'm just thinking. She never looked back at her husband while he was yelling. Because all she was looking at Chris. And that's when he said it twice. And she never looked back at Will. She never looked back at Will. She kept looking up at the stage after he got to yelling.
But another thing too is Will was sitting next to Lupita.
Well, okay, so let's talk about Lupita.
Did you see the look on her face? Oh my God.
Lupita.
Please talk about it.
Lupita. Dude, did you the emojis with the eyes when you say you're looking? When you might see the emojis and it's just the two eyes? That was Lupita's eyes. She was like, what is this? Wait, oh hell yeah, this real. Homeboy is on it. I felt sorry for Lupita. She like, oh my God.
She was right there.
She was right there. He was here, she was there. And them eyes was moving like, should I run? What is happening? If I get up, I am in camera. Like, I can't even move. Like, should I get up right now? I can't get up.
Okay, and saying just what you said, though. The first time Will said, keep my wife's name out your MF mouth, I would have grabbed my husband by the arm.
Yes.
And said, stop it right now. Don't you say another word.
There you go. Exactly. If you didn't know.
He wouldn't have been able to say it twice.
Thank you. If you didn't know, now you know. Something ain't right. Because you know your husband over there cussing on live TV. Okay. Yes, you are right.
Okay. So, Jay.
You right. That you right. Because at that point.
Say it twice.
Oh, no. At that point, you would have figured, oh, this is not stage. Hold
on. And then Lupita's sitting there. And she like, whoa, you ought to be old too.
Okay. Poor Lupita, she was like, whew, I'm stuck. Help me.
And then, I just want to say this part too. And I'm going to let you finish. But I want you to think about this. Chris got a hell of a lawsuit if he wanted to. I'm going to tell you, first thing is the slap.
Yeah.
The second thing is the humiliation.
Yep.
Okay. The third thing is that man continued to sit in that office. I was scared to death. I didn't know whether that man was going to come back after me or not. He sat there through everything. Mm-hmm. Nobody removed him. He wasn't removed or nothing. Yep. And that man assaulted me and you guys did nothing.
Yep. Yep.
You talking about a lawsuit?
A big one.
He could sue Jada and her husband. Mm-hmm. And then he can turn around and sue the Grammys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! And he can produce those. He can sue those producers and everything.
Yeah.
Because that man stayed in that audience.
Yeah.
He wasn't even escorted out. They said that he was supposed to, and they asked him to leave. And he said no. Wait a minute, you ain't asking no questions. You removing his ass.
Right. He said no. And y'all let him stay.
How you gonna say no?
Yeah.
Listen, we'll mail you your statue.
Yeah. You won.
You got to go.
You gotta go. Yeah.
You gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You won't never have to get up on the stage and work again in your life.
Nope.
Pick you some attorneys, baby.
Yeah.
You ain't got to do nothing.
That's why this is what's smart about him, and I'm sure his people.
Ain't saying shit.
Ain't said nothing. Somebody said that he said he's not going to sue. I didn't hear him say it, but he's not.
I heard he wasn't going to press charges.
He wasn't going to press charges. He wasn't press charges. Yes, he wasn't going to press charges, but he ain't said nothing. His comedy tour started last night in Boston, and he said that he still probably. He said if you guys came to the show, somebody recorded. They had everybody put their phones in a bag, but of course, somebody snuck it in. And so he said, if you here to listen to some stuff that happened or what I was gonna say about what happened on Sunday. He said first he started off with So, how was y'all weekend?
Wow. Oh my God.
I was like, okay. He said he's still processing. He said it was 3 days ago. He said before that event, I had a whole set that I was going to do for my show. So I haven't even processed the whole thing. I'm still trying to figure things out, in my mind. So if you came here tonight thinking you was going to hear something more about that, nah. He said maybe later on, it'll be something serious. He said it.
He got some good attorneys.
Yeah. He said it'll be something serious and funny. That's what he said. But that's all I got for you right now. I'm going to tell these jokes.
Had one guy I saw on TV this morning that there was a deadly shooting in Skid Row. Breaking news.
Oh my God. What time is it? Okay. I'll watch it.
Okay. But anyway, so what happened was he had a guy escorted because some guy yelled out in the audience, F. Will Smith, like that. Mm-hmm. So Chris had saw him and Chris pointed him out and they got him out of there. They pepper sprayed him and everything.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I mean.
And then the guy got outside. They got him outside, girl. He started trying to fight the police.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So they had handcuffed him and put him in the car.
He had to go. But he, you know what? Chris really is set. Without beyond the lawsuit. He is set. He's set for the rest of the year. He got his comedy tour, which I'm sure it was already planned out. He was going to do that. He got the comedy tour. About midway, he's going to have his jokes ready for that. He's going to be a part of his tour. The end of his tour is out here at the same place they had the Oscars. It's in the same place. So that's the tour. That's the show you probably really want to go to because he's going to have some flashbacks. And you're going to want to talk about it.
But not only that, by that time, they're going to have all the stuff worked out.
Yes, exactly.
They're going to have all the kinks and stuff worked out, and, they're going to do what they're going to do.
Yeah. So he's going to have his tour. He's going to have a Netflix special. That's going to be the next thing, I'm sure. They're going to give him, somebody's going to give him a Netflix special. He's going to have a serious talk, probably with an Oprah or something. Mm-hmm. And then he's going to have...
probably with Gail's ass.
Probably Gail. He's going to have all of that. Then people going to be giving him roles left and right. He's going to be in all kind of... It's just going to be set. He's set. On top of if he sue, he be set for life. But, I mean, and I would tell him, I would say, thanks, Will, every single time that, I get my paycheck. Because you did this. I didn't do nothing. I'm a comedian.
And he was so smart not to retaliate.
He did not. Yes. Yeah.
Because like you said, our instincts tell us, hit back.
Hit back.
Hit back.
Yep.
That's all you do. That's a reaction.
Yeah. Yeah.
You do that. That man.
You see him go like this, and then he was like.
And he was like,
okay. I'm on TV. This is live. I'm not going to even do that. Go ahead. You got that one.
I'm so glad he didn't because Will would have whooped his ass.
Yeah, he would have.
But I'm just so glad he didn't because he was a very smart man. And he's coming out a winner in this.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that. He's coming out a winner in this. Will and, you and Jada, you guys messed up.
Yeah. I hear people saying, people are saying, oh, well, he's a comedian. He can say whatever he wants to say. That's not the point. This is what makes me upset as a comedian. When you say that he's made fun of her medical condition, he didn't. He didn't make fun of her medical condition. Not in the context of actually saying her medical condition. If he had said something about anything about alopecia, then he made fun of her medical condition.
Absolutely.
He made a visual reference to someone else who visually looks like her. They're at the Oscars, which is about movies. The Oscars are about movies. So he made a reference of G.I. Jane in her. Right. Okay, and it didn't go over well. And he called it and said, and was done with it. It would have been over.
Right.
Over.
Right.
So a lot of comics on my page right now are they have like this little meme where it has the microphone and a bat next to it. Talking about, okay, now people gonna be storming the stage because, you know, what if you say something that they don't like? They're gonna just come up on the stage and try to smack you. It's just like it opens up, it does open up a door to where if you don't like what somebody says, I'm not the kind of comic that's gonna call nobody. I'm not gonna say nothing about nobody. I'll talk to people, I'll talk to the crowd, I say stuff. But what if one day I just say something and I don't know the lives of my audience. You know, what if I have a dick joke? Well, what if their dick is little or something? And then I'll be like, oh yeah, your dick is little. You know, just making a joke. And his dick really is little, and he's sensitive about it. He come on stage and he pop me. Should I be afraid?
Margot, here comes a little bit.
Okay.
Stage left.
Okay. It's not right. Like if you got a problem, he had a problem. It was a whole nother way to deal with it. It's sticks and stones. Remember sticks and stones that break my bones? But words should never hurt you that bad. So to where you got to get your ass up and pop somebody on live TV. It was not protecting your wife. Like he was protecting his wife. If Chris Rock would have went down into the audience and slapped Jada in the face and got back on stage, then he would have been protecting his wife. But those
he would have went up there and rubbed her head.
Yeah, rubbed her head like G.I. Jane, patted and went up. That's protecting your wife.
That's protecting your wife.
Why do you have your hands on my wife?
Yeah.
But the joke that didn't land, the words that came out of Chris Rock's mouth did not warrant him to come up and slap him. It just did not. Knowing about it or not knowing about it. If he knew about it, shame on him. But it still didn't warrant you to go and slap that man. It just didn't. It did not. You could have slapped him in the back. if that's what you feel like you wanted to do. But on live TV,
just grabbed his shirt.
Yeah, right. He could have pulled him close. Yeah. Watch yourself. Keep my wife's name out your mouth and walk away. If that's what you wanted, if you wanted to make the scene that you made, you didn't have to hit the dude. You just didn't have to do that. So now, whatever consequences there are is what you have to deal with. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
That's what I see too. And I just want them to get some help. Him and his wife.
For sure.
Get some help. Good Lord.
Speaking of Demi Moore, and G.I. Jane, Bruce Willis' family revealed that he is retiring due to his cognitive abilities being impact his brain. It's impacted his brain. I can't say the name of the disease. It's called aphasia, I think it is.
I think that's what it's called.
Aphasia. So he's retiring. It makes you have memory loss. Like he can't remember his lines. And it's brain damage. So shout out and prayers to Bruce Willis. I really love Bruce Willis. I love him. And all the diehards, all of the Boy Scout. What was the last Boy Scout? Everything. I love Moonlighting. Yes, that's the original. That's an OG.
That was nice.
Yes, I loved Moonlighting. So
that was good.
He is So prayers go up to him.
And his family.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You have a soapbox that you want to talk about?
Yeah, and it kind of relates to this whole thing with Jada and Will. We need to start looking at marriage and family like, I'm just going to say a team. Mm-hmm. A team. Okay. Your husband is a unit. It's like a unit, right? Mm-hmm. So your husband is the captain of the team. Okay. and you're the star player.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Oh, you got the coach, then you're the captain of the team, right? The players on the team are your children. Right? So, what needs to happen is the team needs to be protected at all times.
Right.
The team works better at a unit when they understand who the coach is, who the captain is, and who the players are, right? So, what I mean by that is everybody has their roles. When you get in that huddle and you decide what plays that you're going to play, nobody on the outside knows those plays but that team right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And all the plays have to be protected and everything. All the team players know what their roles are and what they're supposed to be doing and how they go about winning the game and scoring the points. That's what the unity is.
Right.
Okay? Now, you have to, the captain of the team has to protect the coach. Okay? Because the coach helps them by coaching on what to do to get those points. Right. The captain of the team talks to the players, which are children, to keep them in line and making sure that they're being taken care of so they can get the points.
Right.
To win the game. You know, and then that makes the captain of the team happy and the coach as well. But if the captain and the coach are not in line or in sync about what the unity is or what the team needs to be,
right,
the players are not going to win.
Right.
For them. And if that captain don't protect that coach and that coach don't protect that captain, they're not going to have a team.
Right.
So what I'm saying is the husband needs to protect the team as the coach. The captain of the team needs to protect that coach and know how to keep the team together.
Yeah.
Which are the children.
Yeah.
So there was no reason that the captain of the team allowed that coach to go and sock somebody else or slap somebody else or destroy or hit somebody outside of the team that would affect their team in any kind of way, any kind of fashion. That was Jada's job. That's the husband. That's the wife's job. You know what I mean? And vice versa for the husband. You know, who is the captain? Who is the coach? He ain't gonna let the captain do nothing to destroy their team because you know they got to make these points. You know what I'm saying? This is the legacy here that we're building, or whatever. You know, we got to be the champs. You know what I'm saying? Like that. We can't do that if there ain't no captain to the team. Right. Coach can't do it all by himself. You need somebody that liaison in there to talk to the teammates, which is captain. I'm just saying to these women, it ain't all the time about your husband protecting you. Sometimes we have to learn how to protect our husbands and keep our husbands out of danger. Yep. You know what I mean? So that the team is always together and going to be protected. And I don't see a lot of women doing that anymore. You and I just discussed something. You know, women are talking real crazy and slick to their mates and their husbands and things like that. You know, don't speak to that man like that. Right. He's a man. You chose that man. Yeah. You said yes. You said I do. You know what I mean? And now you're going to talk to him like he's your son?
Right.
And you're going to treat him like he's your son and not your mate?
Right.
What does that say for you, Missy?
Right.
What does that say for you?
Yeah.
As a woman, as a real woman, what does that say for you? When your mouth is slick and you always cussing and you fussing at him and you're just like belittling him.
Yep.
What does that do? And then it's like, I feel like, you know, if he has to go and feel like he's not being loved or being cared for from the wife, how is he going to protect the whole family unit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That really concerns me because women, we have to allow our men to be men.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to allow us to be women.
Yep.
But we have to act like a woman.
Mm-hmm.
We really do. We have to act like a woman. And we have to watch our tongues.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because our tongues can really hurt someone.
Mm-hmm.
It can really hurt someone. And sometimes, there's no going back and repairing that.
Right.
Because once it comes out, you cannot take it back.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take it back. And you don't know how your words hurt that man.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to be really, really careful with that.
Yep.
And I hate to say this, but that look on Jada's face told Will that he needed to do something.
It
and
triggered
Will
him.
did it.
Yeah.
And Will did it. And Jada, she shouldn't, maybe she didn't realize that what the look she was giving Will, but she'd been with him over 20 years.
So he
was not that.
Yeah.
Was not that what she wanted. But when she saw him get up, that protection go, you go and you stop your man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real woman.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping him away from her harm and danger.
Yep.
Just the same thing that he would do for you.
Yep.
So I'm just like, we need to just take heed to that. And, if you don't love somebody, if that's not the person you want or whatever, don't get involved.
Yep.
Don't marry him. Don't say yes or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't treat him like a decent human being, by all means, walk away and leave him alone.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't respect him, because the only way you're talking down to a man is because you don't respect him.
Right. Yep.
You don't respect him as a man.
Mm-hmm.
And all I'm saying is, if you don't respect him, and that's not who you want, you need to walk away. You need to leave it alone. You don't owe him nothing. Just say, listen, I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't even got to know it.
Right.
Just say, it's just not working for, with us, and I'm sorry, but, I just can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then let it go. That's it. But, don't tear up somebody's self-esteem. Don't put them down. Don't talk to them like they're crazy, especially in front of people in public and, and even in front of your children.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it.
Right.
Don't do it. And, women like that, I don't think they deserve the relationships. I don't think they deserve that man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you don't want a man.
Right.
A real man. You don't want a real man.
Mm-mm. Not if you tear him down like that.
Not if you tear him down like that. You would want him to speak to you that way.
Right.
And they always talk about men abusing women. What about these women?
Yeah, it goes both ways.
It goes both ways, Margot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, we need to do a little better. Yeah. We need to do a little better. And then we sit up and talk about how our men go and choose other races, stuff like that. Well, maybe sometimes we need to take heed to what we're doing sometimes too, to our races as women.
Yeah, you're right.
As Black women, we need to look at ourselves sometimes too. Mm-hmm. And I know that it's hard because of where we come from, but Black women, we've always been nurturers. Yeah. But some of us are very angry and bitter because of auntie, grandma, and mama.
Right.
But their issues and their problems shouldn't be ours.
Right.
You know what I mean? We don't have to carry their anger with us. We don't have to do that. We can be our own people and, do something a little differently. But that stuff has come down through generations, all that loud talking and that cursing, and that does no good to anybody.
Right.
And I see it all the time sometimes, and it's bad. It's so bad. I saw it today at 7-Eleven. It's really bad. And we need to really work on that. And I know we get tired of working two or three jobs and take care of the kids. And, he ain't doing this and he ain't doing that. And you got all these big daddies and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? That's your fault.
Yeah, you chose them.
That's your fault. You don't want to keep having babies.
Yep.
That's why you got to go have all these to get all these jobs because he ain't doing this and because he ain't doing that. Think enough about yourself for the life that you want and what you want your children to have. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. I'm just like, it just makes me so mad. It gets me so sad sometimes. I'm just like, oh my God, ladies, just stop it and protect our men and stuff like that. Ain't nobody gonna protect them but us.
Right? No, yeah.
We're the only one that give a damn.
Yep.
Real talk. Mm-hmm. So we got to do better with them. Mm-hmm. We got to do better with it. I'm not saying you got to go up and take care of them or whatever, but love on them a little bit.
Yep.
Love on them a little bit. Yep. Damn, it's hard enough for them. Trust me. It's hard enough for them out there in that world. That world is not nice for our black men.
Right.
Or our brown men and stuff like that. They need somebody to love on them sometime. Not beat them down, all the time. Every time you walk in the door, guess what happened today? Let the man come and take his shoes off and get it.
Right. Let her relax for a minute before you get the chit and the chat.
Can you have the food ready? Can the kitchen be clean? Can the table be cleared up?
Right. Exactly.
Can the kids' homework be done by the time I get home?
Right.
You know what I mean? That kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
That's all I'm saying. The home should be the castle.
Mm-hmm. Here comes the king, because you're the queen. You're the queen. Here comes the king. The king is here in the house.
A minute. You know what I mean? Let me just get some shit off this mind that this white man that took through the day.
Right.
Let me just relax. Okay. Babe, you good? Yeah. Okay. Dinner. Hey, whenever you're hungry, you ready? Yeah. Okay. Well, let me bathe the kids. I'm put the kids to bed. Da, da, da. Whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. Give them time to get in. And we have a conversation. Now we can talk. What happened today? What did Susie say to you today?
We can do that. We can have that. That can be pillow talk.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Laying up in the bed just talking about the day.
Right.
And what's happening tomorrow and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Don't just put everything on him, especially about your raggedy ass fan.
Okay. Yeah, I hear that shit.
My sister that, my cousin so-and-so,
right.
Dance, whatever. Oh, just laying all that stuff on them. Sometimes they don't want to hear all that.
Right. They're like, dang, I ain't got my shoes off.
And you know what? Quit bringing all them demons in your house.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And them spirits. Messing up your marriage.
Yep.
And you listen to them and they ain't got shit.
Right.
And they gonna mess up yours because they don't want
you. Don't want you to have shit.
Y'all better wake up.
Yep, you right. You right.
Y'all better wake up and just stop it. Oh my God, it makes me so mad. It's just like, stop throwing these men into the fire.
Yes, please.
And stop making them feel so bad and less than a man.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just so freaking crazy. That's my soapbox. That's what I just want to say. We just need to do better.
Yeah.
As mates to each other, and there's a way to protect, and just protecting the family unit, period.
Yeah.
And respecting one another.
Yeah, I like your analogy with the team. That really is, that's really good, because without those two people being like stable, the team will be no good. No good. So you had Will, who is the coach, walked out. So now he walked out and he affect the whole team.
The whole team
is fucked up. The whole team, because you walked out of play. Like, this is not something that we had at our playbook. You done went all outside.
Right. So the captain should have been after him and said, hey, wait a minute, no, you
what are you doing?
Like
right.
You can't do us like this, man. We got to win this championship, man. We need you.
Get back in bounds, because you all out of bounds right now.
Now you're going to let down the players. They ain't going to want to play no more.
Right. Yep. And that's it. Yeah, that was a really good analogy. I like that. Yep. We got to do it. We got to do it. Protect each other. We got to protect each other.
And you don't let anybody in to shake that team up.
Right.
You can't. I'm just saying, the Chris Rocks. I'm just saying, the other little people, like, whatever, on the outside. You don't let the people in on the team. They can't come in our locker room.
Not at all. What are you doing here? Bye.
No. We have a commitment to one another.
Right.
All on the outside of that locker room? No, ma'am.
They're the ops.
That's right.
You are the
They don't know our plays.
Okay.
They don't know our practices.
Right.
They don't know nothing.
Yep.
Because we're the unit.
Yep. That's it.
We protect the unit at all costs. Period.
Yep.
That's how we win championships. That's our legacy. That's what we're gonna bring down to our children.
Yep. That's it.
You don't let anybody come in and break that up.
Yep.
That's the team. That's the team.
Yep. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Ain't nobody doing no drafting and bringing in a whole bunch of other players.
Okay. It's just us. That's it. That's it. Our blood. That's it. You ain't got our blood. Both of our blood. If you don't have our blood, then you can't be in the party. You can't be in the part of the team. Sorry.
Look, we ain't doing no drafting.
Bye. Go that way.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't, go in and do that. You can't do it.
I was just gonna say on for my rant regarding RSVPs, which I actually did this 2 weeks ago when I was talking about my engagement party. So I did a double RSVP. I did an original RSVP, told people you had, yourself and a guest. You needed to RSVP by a certain time, and that's it. So we did that. And then I did a RSVP a week before my event, just to make sure, just in case. Not a week before, like days before my event. Maybe like Wednesday, I needed to know by Thursday, because I needed to let them know Friday what it is, what the number is. So I had to send a message out again. People thought I was crazy. They was like, well, I already RSVP'd. I understand. But I need to make sure, are you still going to be here? Because things change. So
it happens. Confirm
again. And so they confirmed, yep, I'll be there, all the way up to 70 people. We originally they told us 50 people. So we had a number 50. And then when we started, saying invite this person, we got all the way to 65. So I was like, okay. That's fine. Whatever. We'll just try to figure it out. But when I looked at and this is probably, they said 50 because at that time, we still was in COVID numbers. We still were, when I made this, went down there and made all of this, we still was with COVID. So they probably said the max 50 because of that. Because the mask hasn't been lifted, the booth shot, all that stuff wasn't a thing yet. So then I looked at the thing and it said that room fits, it says 100 people. It said from 50 to 100 people. And then I was like, oh, well, we could do more people. We got to pay more money, but okay. That's why I did the double one. So we was at 70. So we paid for 70 plates. Because all 70 people confirmed and said that they were coming. Out of 70, 60 showed up. So 5 people that we knew, and then their plus ones, which made it 10. Didn't show up. 3 of them showed up late after the dinner. So if you wanted to come, you should have said, I'll be there, but I'm going to be late. Probably won't be eating, so don't get me a plate.
Yeah.
That would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
But you showed up as we were leaving. We getting up in the party van. We getting ready to go. We can do the sprinter. We out. So that was 3 places that we didn't even have to purchase. I need y'all. This is my rave. This is my rant. You guys need to realize when somebody asks you to RSVP, especially a regular person, asks you to RSVP, it's for a reason. And that reason is because that person is spending money on your behalf because you said you will be there. People do not really, they don't honor RSVPs. They just be like, oh yeah, I'll be there. Yep, I'll be there. I'm going to be there. But I'm telling you, when I know they think I'm crazy, I don't care. But I said, I'm asking again because I need to have a number because I need to know how many plates to purchase. Which means that we're coming out of our pocket so that you can enjoy your food. Because we could have had you pay for your shit. We should have just said, that's why people do that. Okay, the dinner is $22 and bring your $22 because that's what it is, or pick whatever you want to pick on the menu, whatever. That's why people do that. Because people do not respect the RSVP. If I say that I am providing the meal, and that means I wasn't cooking it. We had a restaurant, so I gotta freaking pay for it. So we got 10 people that we have that will not be coming to my wedding. That I will not be inviting them. I don't care. I'm saying it. I hope you hear it. If you didn't show up and you said that you were going to show up, you will not be at the wedding unless your grandma died that day or something. It got to be something so drastic that you could call and let us know that you were not going to be there. You won't be invited because we have to pay for place there, and I'm not going to do it.
Place there, you really do.
Yeah.
Now, how many people are coming to the wedding? How many people? How much room? What's the capacity?
We have 70 right now. We paid for 70
for the wedding.
Okay. And you can't go down. You can always go up because you got to pay more. But I'm not even going up after this experience right here.
You good? I'm
good. The 70 people that we planned is if you get in. Cool. If you don't, see you on the flip side. I can't. I'm not paying for more people.
People don't understand. These things cost a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah.
People don't understand that. They have no consideration, no respect or anything.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's not right.
No.
It's not right.
If you want to RSVP, if somebody asks you, if I'm not sure, then I'll be like, either don't RSVP, I won't respond, or I tell them I'm not sure, so I don't want to RSVP because I'm really not sure, and I know you spending money, and I don't want to do that. Right. What is my deadline? Oh, I got to know by this date. Okay, I will probably be all the way up to the date, but I'll let you know.
Exactly.
That's it. I'm not gonna just say, all right, oh yeah, I'm going, hold a spot, and then don't show up.
But you did roll call like 3 times.
Yes. So
you took roll 3 times.
I'm done, and
Come on.
Those people have red marks next to their name. I'll make sure they do not get an invitation. Like, I cannot.
I mean, respect my shit.
Yeah, respect my shit. There you go. That's it. So,
I didn't you for a dime.
Nothing, because everybody could have paid for their own situation. Oh. This is my other rant. Girl, do you know I told you 60 people showed. About half of those people called me all the way up until the party and asked me, what do I wear? What colors do you need to wear? Okay. Here's my pet peeve. There was
no color. They didn't have to wear a certain color, did they?
I wanted you to wear a certain color, that would have been in the invitation.
Yeah.
If there was a dress code, I would have put that in the invitation.
Okay.
Why are you calling me, asking me what to wear? Is it casual or is it dressed up? Because it's an engagement party. If there was anything that had to do with what you had to wear, I would have said, this is a formal event, or this is a semi-formal. But if I put nothing, it's put on whatever you wear when you go somewhere. Like
come as you are.
Yeah. I had so many phone calls of what to wear. I said, wear what you want to wear, because had I said our colors are yellow and blue, had I said everybody coming here in yellow and blue, I would I can't find no yellow and blue. It would have been a whole deal. I don't want to. Why I gotta wear? Why you gotta tell me? I hate when people tell me what to wear. Don't tell me to wear all red. Don't tell me to wear all white. Don't tell me to wear all green. Don't tell me. I want to come in with what I want to wear. Because I now gotta go try to find that. And of course, that's gonna be the color that's not in season. And I can't find it. So, and now I'm irritated. And then I RSVP. So I gotta show up. So I'm like, trying to find something. So I didn't have none of that. So you don't have to think about nothing. You don't have to think about what to. Oh, okay. Well, I got another one. I got one more, y'all. I know.
It's okay. Take your time, babe.
So, people, when you're invited to situations like this where you don't have to, pay for any food, the food is going to be there, and you have any dietary restrictions, it is your responsibility to come to the host.
That's right.
Prior. So when you RSVP, you RSVP and be like, and I am a vegan. So will there be any vegan options available for me?
Right.
I'm on keto. So will there be any keto options available for me? I could have made arrangements for that to happen.
Okay.
I had pasta. I had all of it was pasta, but I had the
you had salad?
fettuccine. They can't do the cheese. They can't have the cheese on there because it was Caesar salad. How am I supposed to know these things? Like, I'm not worried about what you can and cannot eat. If I had to worry about what each all the 60 people could eat or not eat, and ask you, okay, can you eat this? Because I'm having this. Oh, you can't eat that? Okay, let me see what if I can change my menu because they can't eat this. Okay, girl, I would go crazy. So, it's up to you. Tell me.
My thing is, this is I would have done. Okay, I'm going to. This is where we're going to have the event. This is the venue. Okay, you go online and you look at the menu,
or ask what the menu is.
Oh, especially if you have dietary restrictions.
Yeah.
And then you say, and then you contact the host. You, and you would say, you know what, I'm a vegan, and and you would say, yeah, okay, like that. And I was just thinking, would it be possible for me to get a plate of whatever? I can have that.
Yes.
And work it out with you.
Yes.
And then say, if there's a certain cost or whatever, I'll be glad to pay it, but I want to have dinner with everybody too.
Yes. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
People are walking around, I don't eat cheese. People are walking around saying, I'm on keto. People walk around, oh, do you have something for the vegan people? How was I supposed to know that?
Y'all should have ate for y'all, that's all.
Okay.
I'm tired. Damn it.
Right. Oh my God. I was like, how am I supposed to know that you don't eat cheese, that you on keto, that you vegan, you vegetarian, you pescatarian, you this, you that? Like, I don't... Okay, please leave me alone. Like, please freaking leave me alone. Because I would have been more than happy had I known that to say, hey, I have 5 vegan and these type of people, and can you make 5 of these plates?
Right.
And that would have been fine. Because it wouldn't have cost me any more money because they would have, that would have been 5 other plates that didn't have to have a fettuccine on it.
Right, exactly.
It would have been fine. And they would have been fine. Everybody would have been fine. But no. You come talking to me. You didn't even bother to ask what was on the menu. Because you're vegan, you vegan and you keto and you don't eat cheese. Since you have the issues, we going to an Italian place. You can't eat pasta. We going to an Italian place. You should have said, hey, Margot, what's on the menu? And I would have told you what it was. And then you could have told me at that time. So, people with these dietary situations, you are responsible. You need to be responsible to speak up on your own behalf. Or you eat what's there.
Right.
And don't talk to the host of the thing and be like, oh, there is no vegetarian options. I'm not vegetarian, so I don't know what's a vegetarian option because some stuff be like, but that's not vegetarian. It got cheese, it got bread, it got that. So I don't know, and I'm not about to go research it either. So you tell me what it is.
Exactly.
So those are my raves. I didn't make more raves than I needed to make. I mean, no, I needed to make them. I needed to get them out. Okay, I needed to get them out. Okay.
But not only that, here's another thing. I'm just saying. Okay, so the wedding is coming.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing. They need to not bother you with shit like that on your day.
Yes. I'm not even taking. I'm not even entertaining. If you tell me you can't eat nothing on that menu, that's out there, I'm sorry. You need to eat before you come, packing lunch. I don't know, and don't really care because I didn't pay for the plates that I'm gonna pay for, and it is what it is. I don't even know what the menu. I don't even think we select what we gonna get yet, but still.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you can't eat nothing on this menu, I'm sorry. Go get you a vegan burger before you come.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Now, on your invitation, maybe have like the menus because they have another card that has for their menu. I mean, for their for their choices. Chicken, beef, and then have one for vegetarian plate or whatever, and have them check one.
You know what? I already got my invitations, which I gotta put together over here. It made me think about. I was like, oh, but I think I will add. I'm gonna look at the menu and see what they have, and I think I will do that. I'll add a little extra card in there for them to send back with their RSVP and be like, okay, so I know I need this many, and then maybe we'll give them a ticket or something so they know.
And then you make a spreadsheet and you just say, so that when you get there, you can have a person saying, okay, they know at what table and what person has the vegan dishes and stuff like that, because the spreadsheet said these people are vegan or whatever, and these are their names that they chose on that card. Mm-hmm. These are people that want beef or whatever, and then these are the people that want chicken.
Yep.
Or whatever, and that's it.
That's it, and that's all.
That's it. And then so you can tell the servers that this is what this person is having at this seat. And this is what or whatever stuff like that. Come on.
Yeah, because we making a seating chart. The seats. So yeah, we'll do that, and then we could give them a copy and be like, okay, well, Mary's sitting here and she ordered the chicken. So this is Mary. This is this person. It's going around like that. Chicken, beef, fish, chicken. All right, give it them. That's what that table got. And sit in your seat so you can get the right damn thing. No, but don't be moving nowhere. I was just telling them, I didn't order this because you're in the wrong damn seat.
And don't be going around changing the cards from the seating chart. The seating stuff.
Just sit where you sit. You sit where we assign you, because that's what kind of food is going to come to that seat.
Right, exactly.
We're not switching nothing else.
Right.
So, I'm just not looking.
And then on the little cards and stuff like that, in the corner, you can have there like a C or a B or a V. Mm-hmm. And then the person serving will know, okay. They look at everybody's name and they say, okay, I know what I got to get. Mm-hmm. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yep. Easy peasy. So
easy peasy. There's a way to do all that kind of stuff, honey, because nobody should come to you with an issue on your day.
Yeah, you're right.
Everything should be running so smooth, and you should have a person that they go to if they have a problem. Mm-hmm. And that's it, and that's all.
Please don't talk to her.
Don't talk to her.
Yeah. And my sister and Denisha was really good with handling everything this weekend. I was like, thank y'all. They just caught me at the wrong time. They were like, hey, Margaret, come here. And I'm thinking they want something. I was like, you know I'm on keto, girl.
Don't talk to me.
I'm like, yeah, well, I don't know what keto people eat, so.
Okay.
I don't know.
I just don't know.
I don't know. That's not my life, so I don't know. So sorry. I'm sorry you can't eat nothing that's here. Catch you next time. All right, y'all. So we have talked y'all ears off because we miss Miss Mary and we had a lot of shit to say.
Yeah.
We got into it. So thank you so much for tuning into the Just Being Me podcast, and we'll be here next week. Y'all stay safe out there.
You guys stay safe. Take care of yourselves.
Toodaloo.
Good night.